Hello everyone, I'm Khushi and welcome to my channel. I gave the CUET PG Economics exam this year and I got All India rank 58, through which I have been admitted to the Delhi School of Economics for the MA in Economics. Besides CUET, I also gave a few other exams like IIT JAM, IIT GATE. For that, I'll be making a separate video, but here primarily I'll be talking about what was my preparation journey and what was the strategies that I used for CUET. So, first thing first, the lesson learned from CUET this year was do not ignore any subject. Like the paper that we had this year was the most unexpected one. There were a significant portion from Indian Eco, and although I agree it's not possible for us to remember most of the data, these things, but still it's not wise to ignore any subject because most of us tend to ignore the subjects like Indian Eco during our preparation. And to begin with, the most important things were start reading books. They are important because you get to know those things which you might not have studied in your bachelor's. And also, the books that I read which were helpful to me personally were H.L. Ahuja for micro and macro. I personally prefer H.L. Ahuja for CUET compared to other books because its language is very simple. You can easily understand those, and it's like repetitive, so it will be talking about the same thing but different sentences, different meanings, different tones, and it will be like you have actually got the concept by the end of the chapter. For micro and macro, it was H.L. Ahuja only, and for math and stats I did NCRT 11th and 12th. They are more than sufficient. If someone is only focused on CUET, I believe 11th and 12th math is more than sufficient. And for Indian Eco and International Eco, I did not read any specific books. I had joined a coaching with Ravi Thukral sir, and the material that he provided us was more than sufficient for those subjects. Another point that I feel like I should emphasize is how important solving PYQs are, especially all the PYQs that we have had for CUET till now, because it's not like just solving those PYQs, looking up the solutions and cramming those things. Basically, it's not about that. It's like reading a question, trying to solve it on your own, and if you cannot, then study about it. It's not just you look up that question, you get the answer and you're done for the day. No, it should not be like that. You should read about that particular topic in depth, so that if you get any other question just like which is similar to that one, you are able to tackle that one also. So that should be the strategy to solve PYQs. Apart from PYQs, another important thing is giving weekly tests. I was enrolled in a coaching, so it was possible for me to give weekly tests and to analyze myself. And I believe it is a bit difficult to prepare on one's own end. So one can join a coaching which they feel like is suitable to their needs. And I was enrolled with Dravid sir, so I feel like that was more than sufficient for me. It provided me with everything that I needed for this preparation journey. And tests are important because you'll not be able to analyze yourself until and unless you actually give the test. And also, it's very important to give tests with like-minded people around and to analyze yourself, basically to engage with those people. And because when you talk, you are able to share your knowledge. They might have studied something different, you might have studied something different, and when you both talk about that subject, you basically are deepening your knowledge about it. So engaging with like-minded people around who are also preparing for the same exam would be a nice strategy. Till now I've covered most of the basics, like the books that you should read and the how important PYQs are and how important giving weekly tests are. I also want to address a few questions, general problems basically, which most of the third year students face while they are preparing for their entrance exams. Balancing college and coaching is a bit difficult, and I myself was in third year while I was preparing for my master's. I just graduated this year, and it's all about balancing things. It's all about time management. If you really want to ace the exam within this year, you have to make a lot of sacrifices also, I would say. And you have to be basically constantly reminded of the fact that you are going to sit for that exam next year, and you cannot be wasting time right now. You have to prepare for that exam. You have to sit in that exam the next year only. And what I've seen most of the people do is pile up their work. Backlogs are the most difficult thing to cover. even if you are behind one lecture or two lecture, I've seen it becomes difficult to cover those. And when you have a lot of backlogs, it becomes very difficult, believe me. You have to cover your things within time. Within, if you do those things within time, revise timely, give weekly tests, is the best way to go. And I hope I've covered most of the important areas, and this was basically the strategy that I used all along this year. And good luck to all of the aspirants for next year who are preparing for CUT, and I hope your journey becomes successful.